going on, guys? My name's Theoatrix and welcome to my updated level 1 to 99 magic guide. This video covers the basics of the magic skill, how to start off training, and all of the information that you'll need to know to reach level 99. So why should you train your magic? Being one of the core combat skills, training your magic is crucial in progressing your account. Leveling up unlocks powerful combat spells, as well as a range of useful teleports and utility spells. Certain bosses in old school are weak to magic, like Kraken and Zulrah, and a lot of endgame PvM requires magic. Magic also has high PvP potential, with powerful spells like Fire Surge and Ice Barrage. There are 18 quests in OSRS that have a magic level requirement. A number of these quests are essential, like the Legends quest or Dragon Slayer 2. You need level 75 magic to get the quest cape, and you need level 96 magic for the achievement diary cape. Once you reach level 99, the magic skill cape provides a very useful perk. 5 times per day, you can swap your spellbook just with the cape. Before I go further, I have a sponsor for today's video. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is an online RPG with over 600 unique champions, challenging PvE bosses, and tactical PvP content. My favorite champion has to be Turvold. He's a powerful barbarian capable of one-hitting most of his enemies. In Raid, there's bosses like the Giant Spider, the Red Dragon, or the Spirit Boss, all dropping high-tier loot. Bossing in Raid requires a lot of strategy with picking the right team. For example, against the Giant Spider boss, you need a champion with area damage to deal with the little spiders. If you're new to Raid, you can get the Stag Knight, a top tier epic champion, as well as a skin for Stag Knight designed by JonTron. Use the promo code JTSKIN before October 7th to claim it. Between now and October 23rd, any player can get the new legendary champion Sung Wukong for free by logging into Raid on 7 different days. With all of this exciting content coming to Raid, if you haven't started playing yet, then now is your best chance. Use my link in the description or scan my QR code to get huge bonuses. You get an epic champion Drake and other useful items like XP boosts and energy refills. Once you're in, come find me under the name Theoatrix, and if you're fast enough, I'll add you to my clan. So click the link in the description and I'll see you out on the battlefield. Thanks to Raid for sponsoring this video. This is a quick rundown of how magic works. Magic experience is gained by casting spells, which require runes. Magic is generally quite a fast 99, with the highest XP rates reaching over 500k XP per hour. Magic is a diverse skill, meaning there's a lot of different training methods, which makes training magic more interesting. Also, magic doesn't cost much. In the fast and cheap pathway that I'm showing in this guide, you can get to 99 in 45 hours for a cost of 35 mil. There's a number of different types of magic spells in old school. There are combat spells used to deal damage and weaken the enemy. There are teleports giving you easy access to certain locations. There are utility spells like enchanting jewelry or alchemy. Leveling your magic increases your magical accuracy. It also unlocks more powerful spells with higher max hits. Leveling your magic is also important for your player's magical defense. 70% of your magical defense is from your magic level. Now let's go over the important unlocks you should aim to have that benefit your magic training. There are 4 spellbooks in old school. The standard spellbook is available to all accounts and contains a range of combat, utility, and teleport spells. The Ancient Spellbook is unlocked after completing Desert Treasure, and this has combat spells and teleports. After Lunar Diplomacy, you can use the Lunar Spellbook, which has mostly utility spells. After completing Dream Mentor, you can use 7 new spells, and additionally completing the Hard Fremenic Diary gives you 2 more spells. The fourth spellbook in Old School is the Arceus spellbook, which is accessible after reaching 60% Arceus House favor. This spellbook has a range of combat, teleport, and utility spells, but to get full access to the spellbook, you have to complete the quest A Kingdom Divided, which gives access to 24 new spells. In addition to the spellbooks, there are more important unlocks that you should aim for. By completing Monkey Madness 1 and Monkey Madness 2, you unlock bursting locations. Bursting is one of the fastest magic methods in the game, and if you want to follow the faster pathways in this guide, you'll need to complete either of these quests. Monkey Madness 2 unlocks a better bursting location in comparison to Monkey Madness 1, so aim for number 2 if you can. Now let's talk about questing for experience. On a fresh account, players can easily and quickly complete the Imp Catcher quest alongside the Witch's Potion quest. Doing both of these will get you from 1 to 10 magic really quickly. There's a number of other quests that give magic XP as a reward. On the screen right now are quests with low requirements that you can complete for a big chunk of magic XP. If you're going for the quest cape one day, you might as well get these out of the way early on to get through your early magic levels. Next, I'll give a brief overview of the pathways to 99. I'll be showing the fastest route to 99 magic, which takes 27 hours but costs 102 mil. I'll be showing a fast and cheap pathway, which takes 45 hours and costs 35 mil. After that, I'll show an AFK pathway, which takes around 100 hours for 99 and costs 19 mil. And then I'll show a profitable pathway, taking 92 hours while profiting 86 mil. After showing these pathways, I'll talk about free-to-play methods as well. So this is the fastest way to 99 magic. You'll start off with questing until level 10. Then from 10 to 99 magic, you'll be enchanting bolts ranging from Sapphire through to Onyx, which give over 500k XP per hour. So at level 1, you'll want to start off by completing Imp Catcher and Witch's Potion. These can be done very quickly, and all you need is the items on the screen. After reaching level 10, you can get started with Enchanting Bolts. Enchanting Bolts requires cosmic runes, unenchanted gem-tipped bolts, and some other runes depending on the bolt that you're enchanting. So at level 10, you'll be enchanting Sapphire Bolts, which give almost 100k XP per hour. To get high XP rates with enchanting bolts, you need to one-tick. To do this, you hold down the spacebar and click on the Enchant Bolt spell every game tick, or every 0.6 seconds. To make this easier, you can use the RuneLite Metronome plugin, which makes a noise every game tick. So you'll move on to Emerald Bolts at level 27, which are twice as fast as Sapphire, and you'll continue working your way up until Onyx, which gives over 500k XP per hour. So overall, you can get 99 in only 27 hours with this pathway, although this pathway is extremely expensive and click intensive. This pathway is useful for getting through the slow early levels of magic. Next is the fast and cheap pathway, and this pathway is still fairly click intensive, but not as click intensive as the fastest pathway. So you start with questing, then you enchant jewelry, then you'll work towards 99 through bursting. So as mentioned in the last pathway, completing Imp Catcher and Witch's Potion will get you to level 10 magic from level 1. From level 10, you start with enchanting Sapphire Jewelry. I recommend enchanting Sapphire Rings, since they give the most profit overall. There's two ways to go about enchanting jewelry. You can train AFK and let the game automatically enchant one by one, or you can click the spell each time you want to enchant a piece of jewelry. Clicking the spell manually is more than twice as fast as letting it auto cast. So you enchant Sapphire Rings to level 27, where you can then enchant Emerald Jewelry. Once again, rings are the best option for profit, although the profit is very minimal. Then at level 49, you can move on to enchanting ruby items, and for this, I recommend ruby amulets into amulets of strength. You'll enchant ruby amulets until level 57, where you can start enchanting diamond, where I recommend diamond necklaces for the most profit. Enchanting diamond jewelry will be your method from 57 until level 62, and you'll average around 110k XP per hour. If you want to train a bit faster, I recommend telealching. This involves casting high alchemy and teleporting repetitively to the same location, and I recommend going to Camelot. Overall, you can get 140k XP per hour doing this, and is another option on your path towards level 62. I'll talk more about high alchemy in the profitable section. At 62 magic, and with completion of Desert Treasure, you can cast Smoke Burst, which is the first multi-target spell that you unlock. From there, you should work your way up to Ice Burst for better XP. At higher levels, players can use the barrage spells, which are more expensive but give even more XP per hour. I would recommend just using Ice Burst since it's a good middle ground between speed and cost. When it comes to bursting and barraging, there are 4 locations that I suggest. First is the Monkey Madness 1 caves, and here you can stack skeletal monkeys for decent XP rates. Second is the Monkey Madness 2 caves, and here you'll get around 30% more XP per hour compared to the Monkey Madness 1 caves, simply because there's more monsters to attack. Here you can also use the Bone Crusher and Dragon Bone Necklace for unlimited prayer points. The third location is Dust Devils in the Catacombs of Kurend, which requires 65 Slayer. Here you can burst at a lower cost since Dust Devils drop some valuables, although your XP rates will be slower here since there aren't as many monsters. The last location for bursting is Necraels in the Catacombs of Kurend, which requires 80 Slayer. Necraels have an even lower cost when compared to Dust Devils since their drops are even more valuable. For bursting, this is the best armor to use. Arams and Mystic are not recommended for bursting because the enemies have a magic defense of 1, which means having a higher magic attack bonus barely does anything, so you should prioritize magic strength bonus or damage bonus and prayer bonus. Virtus gives the highest magic damage bonus with ancient magics, followed by ancestral. You should always use an occult necklace, and if you have the money, a tormented bracelet is a big help. In terms of weapons, these are the best options. An ancient staff is a decent low-cost option, and if you can afford it, the Kodai wand is the best in slot. Overall, with bursting, you can max out at 350k XP per hour on maniacal monkeys. Dust Devils and Necraels provide slower XP rates, but at a far lower cost. An alternative method to bursting is stun alching, which can get you up to 180k XP per hour. Stun alching involves wearing armor that gives you a negative 65 magic attack bonus, so that your stuns will always splash. Then you continuously stun, then alch to get XP. I like to stun alch at the skeletons near the wilderness ditch, although you can just attack a low level monster as well. So that's the fast and cheap pathway, and if you burst maniacal monkeys, it takes 45 hours for 99 and costs 35 mil. Next is the AFK Pathway, and your main training method for AFKing will be casting string jewelry or plank make. For your early magic levels, you can cast strike spells up to Fire Strike on crabs, where you can AFK for 10 minutes at a time. If you have the money, you can progress through the bolt spells as well, but strike spells are still fairly fast at a low level. If you're considering splashing, I would suggest going to crabs instead, since your XP rates are almost doubled. At level 65 magic, and with completion of Lunar Diplomacy, you can cast the Bake Pie spell, which lets you AFK for 50 seconds at a time. This nets up to 110k XP per hour, and is also a great way to train your cooking. At level 80 magic, and with Lunar Diplomacy completed, you can cast String Jewelry. This also has an AFK time of 50 seconds, although it is quite a bit faster, giving up to 150k XP per hour. This is the fastest AFK magic method there is. At 86 magic, you can cast Plank Make, which requires Lunar Diplomacy plus Dream Mentor. Plank Make has a 90-second AFK time and is highly profitable. The most profit comes from making mahogany planks, where you can make up to 400k GP per hour. Overall, on the AFK pathway, if you did string jewelry to 99, it would take 103 hours. If you did plank make from 86 to 99, then it would take 119 hours. Next is the profitable pathway, and this pathway mostly involves enchanting jewelry, although there's also the tan leather spell or high alchemy. So from level 1 to 10, questing is my recommendation for the profitable pathway. Once you reach level 10, you can enchant sapphire rings for 28k XP per hour. Then you can move on to emerald at 27, then ruby at 49, and diamond at 57. Then lastly, you'll do dragonstone at level 68, which you can do all the way to 99. Enchanting dragonstone is decently profitable, although you need a lot of money to buy the supplies in the first place. The most profitable dragonstone item to enchant right now is the dragonstone ring. At level 78 and with lunar diplomacy and the hard Fremenic diaries completed, you can cast tan leather. The most profit comes from tanning black dragon hide, which can net over 1 mil per hour in profit. That's a lot of profit while getting 130k magic XP per hour. Lastly, on the profitable pathway, you might consider High Alchemy. This spell can be highly profitable if you pick the right items. There are two ways that I suggest for you to get items to Alch. Firstly, you can join the clan chat W308 Anvil as a guest, and here you can purchase alcheballs for a lower price than the Grand Exchange. Or you can go to an alchemy calculator website which automatically finds the best items to alch based on the current Grand Exchange prices. High Alchemy gives 75k XP per hour if you continuously click for the whole hour, although I only really suggest using High Alchemy if you do it while training another skill. You can alch while you train agility, for example. So overall, on the profitable pathway, you can get from 1 to 99 in 92 hours and get a profit of 86 mil. Next, I'd like to talk about free-to-play. In free-to-play, you can still complete the Imp Catcher and Witch's Potion quests for your early magic levels. With mind runes being cheap, players can train on low-level monsters like goblins or cows at a low level. Safe spotting is also a common training method in free-to-play. You can safe spot moss giants or ogress warriors, and killing these will cover the cost of runes used. So this is the fastest pathway in free-to-play. You start off with questing until level 10, and from 10 you start enchanting sapphire amulets. You can't enchant rings in free-to-play, amulets are the only option. So then at 27 magic, you enchant defense amulets, then strength amulets until 55. From there, you unlock the fastest method in free-to-play, Tele-Alch Falador. Tele-Alch Falador is highly click intensive, but not much more intensive compared to enchanting jewelry. At 57, you can alternatively enchant diamond amulets for slightly slower XP rates. Before I end this guide, I'd like to briefly cover Ironman magic training. As an Ironman, your experience comes from a range of activities like alching, bursting, and bossing. Low-level training can be done with Fire Strike, since mind runes are cheap from rune stores. There's a range of rune shops that you should take advantage of as an Ironman. For regular runes, you can go to Varrock, Port Sarim, or to Pest Control. The Mage Arena in the Wilderness has a store that sells Law, Nature, and Cosmic runes. After the Feud quest, you can buy Law, Nature, and Cosmic runes from Al-Kharid. The Wizards Guild in Yanul also has a range of runes, accessible with 66 magic, and Baba Yaga on Lunar Isle sells astral runes. Overall, Ironmen can follow the regular pathways that I've shown in this video. Ironmen share most of the methods for magic, although you may find yourself using spells like Superheat, Super Glass Make, or Plank Make more often. Anyways, that's my complete level 1 to 99 magic guide. If you want to go back to any section of the guide, timestamps are linked in the description. If you enjoyed this guide, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more old school content. Make sure you click the link in the description or scan the QR code to download Raid Shadow Legends, and a big thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. Thanks for watching.